Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you. And it's for Monday, the 8th day of November, the 4th day of Kislev. Today, we're going to just discuss the law of Mayim Achronim. That's washing your hands, just your fingertips, at the end of a meal. And that's at the end of a bread meal before benching. Now, what is the source for, why do we do this? So one explanation that's given is because there used to be a salt that was known as melech sedomis, a very potent salt that could remain on your fingertips at the end of a meal. And if you were to wipe that across your eyes, it could be very harmful to your eyes. And therefore, the rabbis felt that it would be very, very good for a person to wash his hands at the end of a meal to make sure that none of that salt remains on his fingertips. There are also other places where the Gemara alludes to a very unusual story where someone, we won't have time to go into the whole long story, but a very bad thing happened because someone had not washed their hands at the end of a meal. And that is another reason that the Gemara gives for washing Mayim Achronim. And also, according to a Gemara in Brachos, it's hinted at by the pasuk that tells us v'yisem kedoshim, we should be holy. Now, if we're about to recite benching and there's dirt from the meal all over our hands, we're not acting holy. Those are some of the famous reasons given for Mayim Achronim. Now, you probably know, if you might know, that there seems to be some controversy about this. There are people at the end of a meal who say, let's wash Mayim Achronim, and some people say, I don't do that. So I want to show you some of the different opinions that are on it and maybe help you understand why there are some who say, I do it, I don't do it. I'm going to take you right to the Shulchan Aruch. Look at this. The Shulchan Aruch says here, Mayim Achronim Chova. A person should wash Mayim Achronim at the end of a meal. Now look at this. In Yud, he says, Yesh she'ein noagim litol Mayim Achronim. There are some who don't have the custom to wash Mayim Achronim. So when you see this happen at a meal, you should know that this happens right here in the Shulchan Aruch. The Shulchan Aruch starts this siman by saying Mayim Achronim Chova, and then he says in Sif Yud, that yesh she'ein noagim litol Mayim Achronim. The rationale given for not washing Mayim Achronim is that this melech sedomis it's not around anymore. And a lot of people consider a little bit of dirt on their hands today as if it's no big deal, and they don't feel themselves to be filthy or unholy, and therefore they're in a good state of mind to still be considered holy and make the bracha. That's some of the reasoning given by a Tosfos that would back up the yesh she'ein noagim litol Mayim Achronim. So what should you do? You see two opinions here in the Shulchan Aruch. Well, both according to the Mishnah Brura and according to the Aruch HaShulchan, they still advocate strongly for people adhering to the custom of Mayim Achronim. So I guess our conclusion here would still be, talk to your rabbi, see what custom you should adopt for yourself. The Mishnah Brura and the Aruch HaShulchan both seem to say that men should do Mayim Achronim at the end of a meal. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.